good time to go to the edgy Unit 9 practice test. Here we go.
Yeah, let's go.
Number 1. When I graph if I'm solving by graphing, if I was Lauren, even though I didn't get my stamp today, I'd have my practice test out in front of me. So if I didn't have it and I didn't have it in front of me, I would say, Mr. Hildall, can I please have another copy?
Right.
Oh, sure, I'd be happy to get that for you, Lauren.
Yay.
Maybe. Why is it? I don't know.
8 frames per second, let's go. Yeah, that's super fast. Go to my Minecraft PC.
The rest. Okay, so in order to graph lines, we need the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope of this one, if there's no coefficient of x, the slope is 1. It's 1 over 1. The y-intercept is 1 because that's what that number there represents. In the second equation, the slope is 4 over 1. Remember, the denominator of a whole number is 1. And the y-intercept is negative 5 because the equation is y equals mx plus b. So if I make it y equals 4x plus a negative 5, if it's minus, I have to do plus and negative. So it is a negative 5. So let's graph those. If I graph the first one as a y-intercept of 1, I'm going to go up 1 over 1, and that's my red line. And then if I do the same thing with my blue line, second here, if I do the same thing with my blue line, I get y-intercept of negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to rise 4, run 1, rise 4, run 1. And that always makes me happy when I get a perfect point of intersection right there, because I figure, you know what, I probably did that right.
I actually got that.
Actually, that's awesome. So then I write down the right answer, which is 3, 2. What did I ask you to do? Label it on the graph and to write it here. And I can plug and chug the check. Is 2 plus 1 3? Yes.
You said 2, 3. It's 2, 3.
Or sorry, 2, 3. My bad. Thank you. 2, 3.
Got scared. Thank you. Yeah, I had a heart attack.
Okay. 2, 3. My bad. So does 3 equal 2 plus 1? Yes. Does 3 equal 4 times 2 minus 5? Yes. Second problem. Okay. We have a slope of 3/2 and a y-intercept of negative 1, and we have a slope of 1 and a y-intercept of negative 1. Oh, interesting. I wonder if the y-intercept is our point of intersection. So the first one is a y-intercept of negative 1, and I'm going to rise 3, run 2. Tanner, please stop clicking.
What?
Whoever, okay, well, it's just a wild guess. Whoever's clicking, please stop.
You assumed it was
Well, it happens a lot. This is negative 1. I'm going to rise 1 and run 1. And sure enough, the point of intersection is 0, negative 1. So that's the solution. Okay, so the solution is 0, negative 1. 0, negative 1. Tanner, please stop. That's a warning. Okay, moving on. Number 3 asks us to solve by substitution. Stop. Okay, so if I'm substituting, I'm going to substitute in for y negative x plus 9. So I have 3 times negative x plus 9 equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. Now what's interesting is a lot of you did the distributive property just fine. Negative 3x plus 27 equals negative 1/2 x plus 2. And then you forgot what you've been learning for 2 years now, and that is to apply properties of equality to solve an equation. So I need to get x on one side, numbers on the other. So if I add 1/2 x to both sides, I get negative 3 plus 1/2 is negative 2.5x.
Oh, I got that right. Mr. Hildall, I can only do like in green to the end of the green, and I don't do that.
Yeah, that's why I'm showing you reminding you how to do that, because we've been doing that. Then I subtract 27 from both sides, and I get negative 2.5x equals negative 25. So when I divide both sides by negative 2.5, I get x equals 10. Well, when I plug in 10 for x into one of these equations, what do I get for y? Y equals negative 10 plus 9, so y equals negative 1. 10 negative 1 is the answer.
Oh, I totally got that right. You did? Really? Nice. Really hard.
Everyone, the answer is the ordered pair. Number 4.
I'm writing this out. Edge. When you close your positive during each
Someone wanted me to show them the step of how I got 10 here. So if I have negative 2.5 x equals negative 25, I divide both sides by negative 2.5, and negative 25 divided by negative 2.5 is 10. Okay. Okay, moving on. Number 4, solve by graphing. So we spent a good half a day at least getting y alone. We also did that earlier this year. So if I get y alone here, y minus 6x equals 4. I add 6x to both sides, and I get y equals 6x plus 4, or 4 plus 6x. Okay? So if I graph that, I have a y-intercept of 4, and I can either go up 6 over 1 or down 6 left 1. And that's my line, because a negative divided by a negative is a positive.
I got that wrong.
Well, then I would pay extra attention. Then, on the second one, 2y minus 12x equals 8. Add 12x to both sides, and we get 2y equals 12x plus 8. Divide both sides by 2, and I get y equals 6x plus 4. Oh, peculiar. That's the same thing as the other one.
Really?
Really? So then,
Oh, so good.
I get
There's no solution.
infinite solutions. Opposite of that, Matthew.
Haha, Frank.
Okay, 4 down, 4 to go, plus the bonus. Number 5. Okay, actually a lot of you grouped this up. We've been over x equals and y equals. It's on you now. We've put it in our toolkit at least 2 or 3 different times. The line x equals is a vertical line at x equals negative 3. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, on the second one, m is negative 2/3 and b is 2. B is where I start, and I rise negative 2. That's a positive 3. Run positive 3. Negative 2, positive 3. Oh, yeah, that's right. So when I connect those and straighten it out, I realize that the point of intersection is negative 3, 4. Okay? Does that work for both? X equals negative 3? Yep. Does 4 equal negative 2/3 times 3, which is 2 plus 2? Yes. I'm going to pause right now so you can write that down. Moving on, this was a little clarification for somebody about slope and which number is negative and positive when the slope is negative. And we can see there's 2 variations. Okay, on to number 6. We're solving by substitution. This one was meant to be quite simple. I'm going to replace y with negative x. So I have 4x plus 5 times negative x equals 7. So when I simplify, I get 4x plus negative 5x equals 7. So I get negative 1x equals 7. And so when I divide both sides by negative 1, I get x equals negative 7. Okay? Now, that's the hard part. Now, when I put in negative 7 into the second equation, I get y equals a negative 7. And we always know a negative is a positive.
Ooh, I got that wrong.
Negative 28 plus 35 is 7 when I plug and chug. 7 equals negative 7, which is 7. It works for both. Remember, you can go back and watch this video.
Mr. Alamo, is this common point? What?
This is solving systems, this is algebra.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Thank you. Thanks for that.
Negative is a positive. Negative x, and I'm putting in a negative.
Try explaining it like your times in negative, a negative times a negative is positive, negative one. Try explaining what.
Okay, so if you have y equals negative 1, x, and I put in negative 7, it's negative 1 times negative 7, which is 7. There we go. Okay. Moving on. Number 7, we also are substituting. We did not give you any that I felt were too terribly difficult to substitute on. None did you have to get y alone. So in this case, when I plug in 2x for y up here, I have 3x plus 5 times 2x equals 26. So I get 3x plus 10x equals 26. I get 13x equals 26. I divide both sides by 13, and x equals 2.
That's the answer?
Well, that's half the answer. Every answer is an ordered pair.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, when I plug in x for x, I get y equals 2 times 2, which is 4. So the answer is 2, 4. Okay?
So you go get x.
So you go 2 times 2.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Plug it in.
You do 2 times 2.
Yep. Hmm? That didn't make sense. Okay, and this one, Tanner. Now I'm going to plug in y minus 1 for x. So 4 times y minus 1 plus 9y equals 22. So I get 4y minus 4 plus 9y equals 22. I need to simplify before I solve. So I'm going to add like terms. I'm going to do plus and negative. 4y plus 9y is 13y plus negative 4 equals 22. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So 13y equals 26. Divide by 13 and y equals 2. That's weird. That was similar to this one over here. Huh, peculiar. So that's 2. When I plug in 2 for y, what do I get for x? X equals 2 minus 1, which is 1. Very good. 1, 2. If I plug and chug the check, 4 times 1 is 4, plus 9 times 2, 18. 4 plus 18 is 22. And 1 equals 2 minus 1. It works. You can check every single answer on this. So tomorrow, or on Tuesday when you hand in your test, you should go, I got 100% Mr. Ola, I know it, because I checked every one and they all worked. Seriously. I mean, really. Okay, and the bonus, this was really just common sense. Stuff we've been going over time and time again. When solving a system of equations, there are 3 different types of solution. One solution can be in the form of an ordered pair. If the solution is no solution, the slopes are equal and the y-intercepts are not equal. When the solution is infinite solutions, the slopes are equal and the y-intercepts are equal. When graphing a system of equations to solve, the solution is found at the point of intersection. All stuff we've been talking about nonstop for the last week and a half. So really, I just put it as a bonus, even though it really should have just been a regular problem. All right, so there you have it.
Wow.
I know it's so nice.